welcome back to my lifestyle. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing my personal tips and tricks on how I save money on my electricity bill. Now again, my way isn't the right way, it's just my personal tips and tricks, and I feel like it's great to share. I'm just going to jump right into this and tell you guys my personal tips and tricks on how to save money on electricity, so keep on watching. Okay, first thing I do whenever I move into a new place or if I'm in my home, I change anything out that is possible to change into fluorescent light bulbs. So I know not all lighting is compatible, like my hall light, the bulbs are really large and I can't change them, and they need certain light bulbs and certain lighting in different rooms, but most of the time in ceiling fans and in certain lamps, you can change your light bulbs to fluorescent lighting. Now that saves you money. It also even tells you on the box how much you save per year by using those light bulbs, and they last a really long time. So you're not going to be going out and buying bulbs constantly all the time. Not going to be burning out. So that's another money saver right there. But it's going to help you save money on your electricity bill. It may only be a little bit, but it's going to add up over time. And again, if you're going to do this in conjunction with some other tips, it's going to be a big savings at the end of the year. Second thing I do, I'm a huge stickler for turning lights off anywhere that I'm not at. So even if I'm going to leave a room for 20 seconds, I turn the light off. It doesn't matter. I've made this a habit for myself, and you should make it for a habit for yourself as well. It's just good because you don't leave a light on for like an hour in a room that you're not in. So if I'm doing laundry, for example, and I'm in my bedroom and I'm going to walk down the hallway to the laundry room to put some laundry in, and then I'm going to go back, I still turn the light off behind me, and then I'll turn it back on when I come back. So I'm being conservative, I'm conserving energy, that's not going to add up on my bill, and it just kind of trains the mind to be like, turn the light off when you leave the room. Because I used to be horrible at leaving all the lights on in the house, and I used to be horrible at leaving a room and then going back 2 hours later to be like, oh crap, I left the light on. So that's really going to help you save money and kind of train your mind. And if you can get everybody in the house on that same routine, it's going to help you to save money on your electricity bill. Now, I'm not like super OCD about it where I'm like, turn the lights off, no, blah, 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 but I do turn the lights off in every room as I'm coming and going. So another tip that I use is I use lamps as often as possible in the evenings. I have different lamps around the house for lighting, and they do have fluorescent bulbs in it. The reason being is because my house has like track lighting. I have very, very high ceilings, and obviously I'm not going to get up there and change it, and it's going to be very hard to find bulbs that fit that track lighting. That track lighting is meant to be, I guess, kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, decorative, and give it kind of a romance to the room, I guess. So I don't want to change it out to those fluorescent bulbs. So with that being said, I do have lamps around the house that I turn on in the evenings that provide sufficient lighting, so I'm not like bumping into everything. My house isn't dark like a cave either. It's just nice and relaxing lighting that I can have on in the evenings, and I'm not using tons and tons of electricity by having like 9 track lighting, light bulbs going on my my ceiling. So I just use a lamp, and it's got a single bulb, and I'm good to go. So I recommend using lamps when you can with the fluorescent lighting, and you can get some that are lower in wattage, so it's a little bit dimmer, and you can have more of a relaxing evening rather than having all your overhead lights on in the house. So that's helped me to save money as well. Now, I am from Texas, and it's very, very hot here, and air conditioning bills can definitely add up. But with that being said, I am pregnant and I want my house to be like an Eskimo. So yes, right now I do have my temperature in my house very low. But one trick that I learned years ago that a lot of people do that really runs their bill up is to not turn your air all the way up where your house gets hot when you're gone, or don't turn your air off. Because what happens is when you get home and you turn your air on to cool the house off, your air conditioner has to work harder and generate more energy to cool the house down. Now this is for places that are generally like really hot in climate, like where I live. So if you're somewhere that's nice and cool, I mean obviously you're probably not dealing with the same situation I am. But I find that a lot of people do that. They'll leave for work for 8 hours and then they turn their air just completely off to save money. But then when you get home and you flip that switch on, like I said, it's trying to cool down. So if your house got up into the 80s and you want it to be like around 74, it's got to really, really, really work to get all the way down to 74. Rather than if you maybe, put it up a few degrees or so, or put it up, as high as possible, maybe like 78, 79, whatever it may be, that's not going to be like running all day. and it's just going to go on once in a while to cool, I find that that saves more energy, because when you come home and you lower the temperature, it doesn't have to work as hard to keep the house cool, because it's still kind of, you know, generally comfortable when you walk in. So that's just a tip that I read and I learned a long time ago, and it works really well for me. We turn our air down really low when we sleep at night. That's just the way my husband and I prefer it. And then we turn it up, you know, a good amount during the day, and we just, you know, try to roll with it. So especially if we're leaving, we turn it up a little bit more, but it seems to work for us. Our bill here where we live hasn't been super sky high, like knock on wood. So it's just seemed to work out really well. Now these next two tips kind of go hand in hand because they are with house cleaning and generating energy and using energy. So the first thing is to wash full loads of laundry. Now I know this can be really hard because, you know, sometimes we do have those small loads of laundry, which are an exception, but for the most part, if you can wash full loads of laundry, I would definitely recommend doing so. Also because even if you wash a small load of laundry, a small and a large load of laundry, they're going to use the same amount of energy. So you know, it's better just to wash a full load when you can, and I usually do my laundry once a week and that's it. I just do it all in one day and I'm good to go. I know that's not reasonable for other people. Maybe if you can just do twice a week so you're not using the washing machine so often and using so much energy, that might be a great tip as well. But I personally use my washer once a week. I get everything done and put away and I'm good to go, and I make sure that they are full loads because, again, like I said, you're going to use the same amount of energy whether it's a small load or a large load. Also, you want to use the gentle cycle because that's going to be the shortest load. And if your clothes aren't that dirty, like if you've just worn them like every day and, you know, just like regular wear, then you don't need to put it on like permanent press where it's running for like 40 minutes at a time, because then you're going to be wasting even more energy. And I find my clothes are just as clean on the gentle cycle. Now if there's things that are really soiled, or like if you have a husband that works and, you know, they work outdoors, then I recommend running a longer cycle where their clothes definitely get a more vigorous wash, and that's obviously acceptable. But there's no need to wash all of your clothes like on permanent press or normal wash. Like you can do everything on gentle, plus it's going to make your clothes last a little longer. The other tip I wanted to mention was the dishwasher. Same thing as the washer. I would recommend only using your dishwasher if you have a full load of dishes to do. So normally, like if my husband and I don't want dishes in the sink, we'll just kind of load our dirty dishes into the dishwasher all day long, and then at the end of the day we'll run it. But for the most part, we don't generate that much dishes because it's just him and I'll just hand wash everything either throughout the day, or I'll hand wash everything at the end of the day. Like my sink will be full. Like I said, it's just him and I. He works out of the house at night and there's not really a whole lot of dishes to do on a daily basis. So if you can hand wash and get away with that, I definitely recommend doing so, because you are going to be using lots of energy with a dishwasher. It can run like up to like an hour and a half or two on certain cycles. I know personally because mine does. Also, it's going to use hot water, and then you have the heat setting to dry the plates and all the glassware, and that's going to generate more energy as well. So the more hot water you use, your water heater is going to have to use energy to reheat water for your home. So, you know, all of that just kind of goes hand in hand, and it really helps you save money. And, you know, the shorter cycles you can use and the more hand washing you can do, the more money you're going to save on your electricity. So the last tip I want to give you is something that I've read, and I don't personally do, but I do want to share it with you anyways in case you guys maybe have the time to try it out. I don't really have the time to do this very often, but I do it with certain things, and this is unplugging things that are not used. Because if you guys aren't aware, if you leave your phone charger plugged in, that is still generating and using electricity, whether your phone is plugged into it or not. If you have a lamp that is off and it's plugged in, it's still using electricity. Now, I saw this tip on Oprah years ago, and I saw people that said that they connected all of their stuff, like their TV, I was going to say the VCR, all old school, but their TV, their DVDs, all that stuff to a power strip, and they'll turn that off and unplug the power strip every night when they go to bed. And I think some people's electricity bills came up to like 43 bucks. So like any kitchen, you know, appliances, they unplug it. See, and those are the type of things that I do leave unplugged. I don't leave coffee makers plugged in, toasters, things like that. I only pull them out and plug them in as I need them. There are certain things in the house like our TVs and all that stuff, our cable boxes, that I leave plugged in. I don't think I would have the patience to put everything into a power strip, turn it off, and unplug it every single night, because all of that stuff takes quite a few minutes to like reload, you know, all the cable boxes. So I don't know if I would really have the personal patience to do that. But as far as everything else, I really try to be like conscious of it. I try to remember, okay, it's not being used, let me unplug it, and I'll unplug certain things around the house. You know, lamps I do leave plugged in. I am guilty of that, but if you're somebody that really wants to save money on your electricity bill, unplug those things at the end of the night. Just go around the house and do it if you have the time. I personally don't, and I don't have the memory to do it, but like I said, I do that with certain things, like any of my hair tools, I always unplug, my iron, everything like that. I just make sure it's unplugged. I always double check. My kitchen appliances, like I said, I unplug. So if you try that, your bill may go down quite a bit, because there was quite a few people on that Oprah episode that did that, and I think their bills were like $40 a month or $43 a month by unplugging things and just connecting things to power strips. So it's worth a try. I may try it someday and try to lower my bill a little bit more and see if that really does work. But definitely try it out and let me know next month if it works for you, because I'm really interested, because I may convert to a power strip gal. I may become a power strip gal. So, but anyways, that is all my tips that I wanted to share with you guys today. If I think of any other ones, I may make a part 2, but I don't want to overload you guys with information. I just wanted to share some general ways that I save money on my electricity bill. It really helps. I feel like any way that you can save money on your bills is really going to help, because hey, if you save like $40 a month, you can put that $40 in a savings account and, you know, do that with each of your bills and go on a vacation at the end of the year, you know, rather than, you know, spending all that money on unnecessary things. So I hope this helped you guys out. Thank you guys so much again for tuning in and watching, and thank you guys so much to all of my new subscribers who have been subscribing to this channel. It means a world to me. I'm so excited to make videos, and I'm so excited to like talk to you guys in the comment section. So thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for supporting this channel. It's becoming like my little baby. I do have my beauty channel if you guys have not been there, and I've been a part of the beauty community for like 4 years now, but I'm new to the wife and mommy community. I've only been on here for about 4 months. I had videos that I made like 2 years ago, but I didn't really know the direction of my channel. So I would say the past 4 months I've been really consistent, and I'm absolutely loving it. So thank you guys again. I will see you guys later, and happy saving money. Bye!